Sit back, relax, and take a virtual ride with me. You'll see interesting places you probably haven't seen. I hope you enjoy the ride and discover new places with me. Sit back, relax, and take a virtual ride with me.
Good morning, sports fans. Ben's Hang-Ups here. Well, we're heading west this morning on a bright, sunny morning with no clouds in the sky. Hope it stays that way. It's supposed to get into the 70s today. Right now it's at 60 degrees. Ben's happy. Yes, I am. I'm get out of that cold weather, man. I couldn't take that cold weather anymore. So where are we headed today? Well, we're heading west, up around the lake, the big lake, Lake Michigan. We're going to the town of Chesterton, which is very close to Indiana State Dunes. It's right there, folks. It's right there. So we're going to take a look around Chesterton, see what's going on. And as always, folks, you know, Ben's going to take you down the road with me, down the road. Now, folks, Chesterton's not a real small town. It has a population, about 14,200 people. And I believe here to the left, that's the Chesterton Cemetery. Don't hold me to that one for sure, but I believe that's it. Now we're just entering the town of Chesterton. This be Mag Drag uptown. Yeah, we're gonna find parking here. So where's old Ben at today? Well, he's uptown Chesterton, Indiana, like I told you. And I'm in a park here. So we're going to take a look around in this park too, but I am right uptown. You can see part of it here behind me. Yep. And like most towns that are small, you get your local idiots with their loud trucks. They got to show everybody how loud they can be because they don't have one, you know. So we're going to take a look around here and there. We're going to look at this first. Going to look at this right down here. Got a train down here. Don't know what that means. I'm going to take out the other camera and take a look around. Well, Chesterton is in Winchester, Jackson, and Liberty Townships in Porter County, Indiana. There are 3 towns of Chesterton, including, well, this be the building here is the Chamber of Commerce building, of course, and some of the old railroads that ran through the town. Chesterton was first settled under the name Coffee Creek in 1833, with its post office being established in 1835. Post office would eventually be renamed to Calumet in 1850, as which the town was plotted when the railroad was extended to that point in 1852. Due to the town on the same railroad also bearing the name Calumet, the name would finally be changed to Chesterton in 1870, and it was incorporated as a town in 1899 after failed incorporation in 1869. With its population of 788 beings, the second largest in Porter County at the time. Now, as you can see, there's a lot of shops down here of all kinds. There are eating establishments, there are drinking establishments, there are new buildings, old buildings. It's a combination, a little bit of everything. And this is a town right uptown, this park is a very, very nice park. Chesterton's was the home to the annual Wizard of Oz Festival, established in 1982, which is the largest and most famous of its kind. In 2006, former organizers Lakeshore Festivals and Events moved the event to the Porter County Expo Center in Valparaiso. After 3 years, the festival was brought back and now serves Chesterton. Get a haircut? There you go. You can get a haircut. You can get some ice cream. You can go to Flannery's and have yourself a Guinness. Why not? You can even get a sandwich or something you're hungry. Antone's Insurance. You need insurance? I'll tell you what, I know those people. There's one of those old buildings right next to a newer building on both sides. The Irish House. Hey, and there's a place you can get downtown tacos. And they're not uptown tacos either, they're downtown tacos. Want your news fresh? Well, they got their own newspaper, the Tribune. Now that's a new building. Next to an old building. And of course, if Ben's in town, the train will go through town. And we had a couple of them go through town. Little strip shopping area, right on the edge of downtown. I said a little new, a little old. You can buy a used record there if you want. Yeah. Tristan Cove. I believe you can rent a room there if you need to. Chesterton Toys. Yeah, we all need our toys. Now, I will tell you that the crime rate here in Chesterton is way below the national average. It's 74% lower than the national average. How about that? Nice place to live. Good school system. Most of these buildings seem to be occupied. That's right. Look out here, Running Vines Winery. Now, you know old Ben likes his wine every once in a while, so I might have to come out here sometime and see what they got to offer. Looks very interesting to me. Now, this town has got several industries going on. 3 of them, mainly. But a lot more than that going on in town. Now this is just on the outskirts over the railroad tracks. But there's a few places down here. You're an antiquer, you can come to town. They got their places for antiques also. A lot of art places down here. And of course, a tavern. I'd like to give you the name of that one, but I don't know the name of that one. I think it's called The Barrel. And they're bear fans. Poor souls. Goes another train. Now I went by one restaurant here. And it's right down here, right next to this one. There it is, right there. And I want to tell you, they were full. Well, that's my walk around downtown. Kind of unique. I kind of like it. So, I bet this is a hopping place, boy, in the summertime. And
And there's not very many vacant. There's a few vacant shops there, but believe me, they'll be full by summer. Like I said, this place gets wound up in the summertime because we're right by the lake. Train track run right through town. Of course, you know that. So we're going to walk to back to the GMC here. Let's see what else we can find around here. I bet I could bring the stalker here. She'd do some shopping. That's, folks, downtown Chesterton, Indiana. The old part of town. And the new. It's all kind of mixed up. Well, we'll see you down the road.
Well, right around the corner here is an interesting place. Now, old Ben thought, well, this looks like a railroad museum of some kind. So I stopped in. Well, it was locked because it's not a museum. This, my friends, is a bed and breakfast. Hard to believe. I did peer in one of the windows. Looked pretty nice in there. I still thought it was a museum, but it's not. This was an old freight storage, freight house. The railroad would stop, pick up, deliver the freights. Riley's Rail House. But it's a bread and breakfast, and it is neat. Don't trespass like old Ben did. Now, right across the way from this place, right across the other side of the railroad, is another freight station. And it's got a train there too, but it's not open at all. It's actually for sale. Yeah, that one right there is for sale. It's in not too good a shape. We gotta be moving. We're going outside of town here a little bit. Just a little bit outside of town. And here we have a lot of businesses out here too. This restaurant, this was about 11:30, and it was busy. Really, really busy. Now we're outside this area, like I said, and there's a lot of things going on here. Firefly. That's a children's playroom. You pay a little bit of money, but they get in there. Big room, all kinds of things to do for the kids. Tiger Lily. Why not? Everybody needs a Tiger Lily. The salt caves are out here too, not too far away. Salt Cave and Spa. I guess that's quite a deal. There's fireworks place out here. Here's a brewery. There's a brewery right there. We just missed a brewery. I believe that's called Hunter's Brewery. And I believe I've been there with a few of my friends years ago. That's Westchester Township History Museum here. And I got to tell you, if you want to see this museum inside and what's in there, you better come on a Wednesday. Or you make an appointment for a Saturday. I think there's one other day they'll take appointments. Not easy for people's schedule, you might say. But I probably know that some of these small museums are just not that busy. Anyway, this is the Brown Mansion. It's the George Brown Mansion. That's an example of the Queen Anne style of architecture. It's my favorite, by the way. It was a style during the 1880s and 1890s, the time when Chesterton was a growing city in the northern Indiana. George Brown arrived in the United States in 1852. In 1855, he married Charity Carter, daughter of a local family. He became a successful farmer in the township. George and Charity had 10 children. And in 1884, George Brown bought 120 acres from the John Thomas family. His plans called for a retirement home on this site. He engaged a Chicago architect, Cicero Hine, to design the house. Well, Charity Brown died in 1895 at age 56, too young. George died in 1898 at the age of 71. Well, they lived a good life, and they built a heck of a home here. I really like this place. Sure would have loved to see the inside. The architect and old George did well. But as you can see, for old Ben, it was closed. Not unusual for these small museums. Now, the school system here in town consists of, I believe, about 5 schools, and there are a couple private schools. Students that run around 5,700 students total. The high school alone has 2,069. The middle school, well, that has about 908. And the rest, my friends, all grades K through 6. Well, they claim a student ratio of 16 to 1. Take it with a grain of salt, folks. Well, folks, I tried to get us into the Dune State Park. Take a look at the Indiana Dunes and Lake Michigan. But I decided not to. They wanted $15 to go in, and I'm only going to shoot in there for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. And to pay $15 just didn't seem right to me.
Turn left after 1,000 feet
To go in
onto
for
US
15
20.
minutes. So we didn't stop at the dunes. But as always, we're heading down the road. And that's where I'll see you folks, right down the road.
Please turn next left.
Well, that was Chesterton, folks. What'd you think of him? Got a comment on Chesterton? Let me know. I like to hear comments, good or bad. But I like Chesterton. Kind of a mixture. It is a mixture. Old buildings and new buildings. Buildings from the long in the 1800s, 1900s. Buildings in the 1950s and the 1980s. Quite a mixture of buildings and businesses. A lot of different shops. And now we're on our way back. We're heading east on the Indiana Toll Road. Still a beautiful day, up to 69 degrees. Could ask for it a little better though. Old Ben likes it about 75, 80. Who doesn't? I'll see you down the road.
Take a virtual ride with me. You'll see interesting places you probably haven't seen. I hope you enjoy the ride and discover new places with me. Sit back and relax and take a virtual ride with me. Sit back and relax and take a virtual ride with me. You'll see interesting places you probably haven't seen. I hope you enjoy the ride and discover new places with me. Sit back and relax and take a virtual ride with me. Sit back, relax, and take a virtual ride with me. You'll see interesting places you probably haven't seen. I hope you enjoy the ride and discover new places with me. Sit back, relax, and take a virtual ride with me.